how we can graph systems of equations using technology. So this is going to walk through how we do it with our calculator and how we can use Desmos, because remember, you do have a Desmos graphing app built into your EOC test. So I've got the steps for each version written out. Okay, we've got calculator over here on the left, and we've got using Desmos over here on the right. Okay, either way, the first thing you have to do is write your equations in slope-intercept form, because neither your calculator nor the test version of Desmos is going to allow you to graph an equation that's not in slope-intercept form. And so I've already done that for these two. Okay, we can see that we've got, we subtracted 5x, we divided by -3, and so I've got my equation here in blue, and then I did the same thing with red, and there's my slope-intercept form in red. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I use the calculator to find the solution -3, -1. All right, so remember, we're looking for where these two equations are going to intersect, where they're going to cross each other. So after I've written them in slope-intercept form, I go to the calculator, and I'm going to go to y equals. I'm going to clear anything out, and I'm going to type in my two equations. So my first equation was 5/3 x plus 4. So I'm going to type 5/3 x plus 4. And then for y2, I'm going to use my second equation, -1/3 x minus 2. So -1/3 x minus 2. All right, so first I'm going to push graph and make sure I can actually see where they cross each other. So I can see they're crossing each other right here. Now I can kind of eyeball that, and I can see that it's at -3, -1, but the calculator can tell us exactly what it is. We're going to press second, trace, and look right here, number 5 says intersect, so number 5. Now, all we need to do from here is just press enter 3 times. So we press enter the first time to tell us, yes, that's the first line. And then we press enter the second time, we're saying, yes, this is my second line. And then the third time is telling it, find where they cross. Okay, so after I press enter 3 times, at the bottom it says intersection, and you'll see it says -3, -1. And that blinking light is now where they cross each other. So once again, I typed my two equations in here. Then I went to graph. I checked to make sure I could see where they crossed each other. If I couldn't, I would need to go to zoom, and then I need to zoom out. So you'd press 3, and then you would need to press enter, and then it would zoom you out. Okay. And then from there, press second, trace, 5 for intersect, and then enter 3 times. Okay, so that's how we found that using the calculator. Now let's walk through how we do this with Desmos. So with Desmos, you still got to get your two equations in slope-intercept form, and we're going to type both of those equations in exactly the way they look. So my first equation is y equals x plus 4. So over on Desmos, make sure you're clicking Math Tools, Test Practice, choose Assessment, Texas, and then we want the graphing calculator. All right, we need to get used to this test version that says Texas star, all right, because it has certain things disabled. So my first equation was y equals x plus 4, so I'm going to type y equals x plus 4 for my first equation. My second equation is y equals -4/3 x minus 3. So y equals -4/3 x minus 3. Now notice, when I was typing, at first I accidentally had my x there, and see how it makes those two curves? All right, we don't want that. So make sure you push out to the side before you type your x, and then we're going to type -3. All right, so we can see our two lines are crossing here, and it's got a dot. If I click there, it'll pull up that point for me. So we can see it's at -3, +1, okay, which is the solution for example 5. So out of the two, I do think Desmos is easier, especially since you get to click on it, and it's going to be easy to zoom in and out of. But the calculator steps are there as well if you need them.